One more lap to go on this .533 track. There's the white flag from Doyle Ford. One more lap to go. Let's watch this final lap and see if Ernie Irvan can hold off the challenge of defending Winston Cup champion Rusty Wallace, who won his first race here at Bristol. Ernie Irvan, it appears, is going to. Here he is off the fourth corner. Yes, Ernie Irvan wins the Busch 500.
Look at this group.
The Kodak Morgan McClure team.
6 is Dale Jarrett. Rick Mast is going to finish this race in 4th. Ernie Irvan coming to the line and will win the 33rd annual 500 at about 55 miles an hour. Thank you. Hand out and waving. Irvan in this surprising, unbelievable finish to the 500 as Earnhardt and Allison get tangled up. Kyle Petty on the back straightaway.
And the white flag is being displayed to Ernie Irvan.
And Mark Martin tries to get on the inside. Here's Davey Allison. Mark is going to try to outbreak him down here. Oh, they're alongside. They're side by side. And Martin has to jam on the brakes. Yep. And he spins. And also the 28 car spins.
Mark Martin and Davey Allison both spin in turn number 1, the second and third place cars. Mark just went in a little too hard there on the inside of Ernie Irvan in a bid for the lead. I thought he had the corner made, but as he came out, the car got around on him, and Davey Allison also had to stand on the brakes and spin, and that's going to give the victory, apparently, to Ernie Irvan.
And Davey Allison just now got his car going as Richard Petty comes off the corner, and Richard goes by.
Boy, Richard Petty is going to have a very, very good finish here this afternoon. And Ricky Rudd is also going to benefit from this, not only in terms of where he finishes in the race, but of course the all-important points that he will gain. Now here is Ernie Irvan in the Kodak Film Chevrolet, coming off of corner number 6, headed for the final corner here at Watkins Glen International. Here he comes, Ernie Irvan. Receives the checkered flag and wins the Budweiser at the Glen. Ernie Irvan from Modesto, California wins his second event of the year, and his first is displayed to Ernie Irvan. He's on his last lap. Ernie Irvan on his last lap, headed for victory at Sears Point. Second consecutive road course win. He won at Watkins Glen last year.
Now he just got to be careful that no one in front of him gets off the course, or he doesn't get off the course.
Well, one just got off the course up here in turn 7, Benny, but he's way off the course. I don't think he's going to bother anything. That's the 09 car of R.K. Smith. He came in here hot and just went completely off the racetrack. He's out of harm's way, though. I don't think he put down any oil or anything like that.
Ernie Irvan coming over the hill, headed down through the carousel for the final time. Through turn number 6 now, out onto the straightaway, and Ned, you can see him.
There he comes, and for the last time, at least under competition. And he knows he's got, and here's another car in front of him, almost the Ron Hornaday car, locking the brakes, a lot of smoke there. He had to give Ernie an anxious moment, but he got his car headed through that corner the way it needed to be. Headed right down towards Benny Parsons in turn 8.
Here he comes, no problem. Left-hander. Now back to the right. Coming directly at me. Congratulations, Ernie. Dropped in 4th gear. Here comes Terry Labonte.
Ernie Irvan about to win his 4th Winston Cup event. He comes down toward turn number 11, his final difficult area of the racetrack that he must negotiate before accelerating to the start-finish line, in this case the finish line. Here he is, Ernie Irvan, off of corner number 11. He sees the checkered flag from starter Doyle Ford, and here it is, the checkered waves, and Ernie Irvan has won the St. Mark's Supermarkets 300 from Sears. The white flag is out. One more lap to go for Ernie Irvan. Sterling Marlin has closed in on him, though. He's within less than a car length.
All right, Dale Jarrett's hoping he can get close enough and they'll get side by side. He can make that move that he made earlier when he took the lead. Of course, that was Davey Allison and Ernie Irvan then, but I don't think Jarrett's going to get that close this time.
Off the banking of turn number 2, down the backstretch for the final time. Irvan stretches it out just a little bit. Let's see what happens behind as Dale Jarrett hangs on to 3rd position. Irvan has the lead as they head for turn number 3. Still keeping about a 2 or 3 car length separation between himself and Sterling Marlin. Jarrett is working the high side. Bodine and Elliott are low. Here they come off the banking. This will decide who wins the Pepsi 400. The checkered flag is out. Ernie Irvan wins it. Marlin is second, followed by Dale Jarrett. And then a very close battle between Jeff Bodine and Bill Elliott for fourth.
And Jeff Bodine won it. The white flag is out. One more lap.
Doyle Ford says, gentlemen, go for it. This is it. It's that orange, number 4 in front. Sterling Marlin trying to find a hole and pull in here.
But he has a bumper there. That bumper is the car number 5 of Ricky Rudd. He's got to pass him before he can get to the 4 car. Got him in a box right there now. Yeah, Harry Gant down on the inside. He's got a lot of General Motors cars around him, and it's going to be tough. But remember where the start-finish line is. It's a long way down there.
190-mile-per-hour chess game as Sterling Marlin tries to sort it out through the 4th turn. Here they come to the tri-oval. Down in the final lap. The first die-hard 500 victory for car number 4. Let's see if he's gone down to the bottom. Comes Sterling Marlin, but he's still 6 car lengths back at the finish.
As the white flag comes out, one more lap to go, and Martin is way up high and hits the wall and shoves Rusty down to the middle of the track.
Man, oh man.
And Irvan is there right on Earnhardt's bumper, and Irvan goes to the inside of Dale Earnhardt.
And the white flag is out. Here comes Martin. He's going with Ernie. Spencer going on the inside as well.
Irvan has the lead as they go down the backstretch. Jimmy Spencer fans out to 3 wide. Rusty Wallace goes 4 wide. Here they come.
Earnhardt is off the pace. He might be running low in gas.
Dale Jarrett trying to get through. He's moved into a battle for 3rd position.
Earnhardt apparently is running out of gas in the turn.
He's shuffled way back. Here they come off the 4th corner. Ernie Irvan leads him down now. Is he going to win the Winston 500? Jimmy Spencer is second. They come through the tri-oval. Checkered is waving. Ernie Irvan wins, and Rusty spins and gets airborne and flips wildly right at the start-finish line. Very reminiscent of his accident at Daytona.
There. Last lap to decide it all. Sterling Marlin stays first. Ernie Irvan in second. Back straightaway final time.
It's between these 2 cars. Has Troy Aikman brought Sterling some luck?
We'll see.
Can Ernie Irvan pass him on this last lap, this last turn?
Into turn 3. Sterling Marlin in front. Ernie Irvan closing ground. Here they come down the stretch for the final time. It is Sterling Marlin in the lead. Down to the inside comes the 28. Coming to the line. Sterling Marlin's going to win it. Ernie Irvan, a rookie in the race.
Yeah, the 6 name's Ricky Craven. White flag is coming down.
The 6 car is not close enough to really make those things.
Craven, the leading rookie, up in 14.
This is it.
21 cars in the lead lap, and this is the final one. Draws away by about 3 car lengths. Cut it to 2. Here comes Earnhardt. The Intimidator will have to be at his intimidating best.
He's got him a running start, but it ain't going to be good enough.
I don't think it is either. He couldn't get the momentum that he needed.
Closes in, coming to 3. Sterling Marlin stays in front. Earnhardt nipping away at him here. Perched in 2nd place. Trying to lurch out there, launch one final assault out of turn 4. Down they come, the short 1,600-foot straightaway to the finish line. And the winner of the 1995 Daytona 500 is again Sterling Marlin. Morgan McClure, 9th career win, and 3 of them have been here at Daytona.
Here is Marlin taking the checkered flag, winning the race. Let's watch the battle for second. It goes to Earnhardt by about a half a car length.
White flag is out. Down to it. Sterling Marlin brings them down into turn number 1. Perfect line.
Earnhardt trying to get under Dale Jarrett, but Jarrett's right on the bottom of the racetrack. There was no room there for that. They got to run. Jarrett's going to try it on the outside. Marlin closes that gap. Nowhere to go. No power to pass.
4,000 foot
Backstretch is covered into the third turn. Final time. Sterling Marlin leads them down. Jarrett with that forward in second. Earnhardt Chevrolet right there. Sterling Marlin, who won the Daytona 500 the last 2 years, looking stout. Here they come for the tri-oval. Let's see if anybody's going to make a move.
Earnhardt tried it down on the inside, but there was no place to go. He comes up on the outside of Jarrett, but he won't make the pass. Sterling Marlin will win it.
Sterling Marlin has
Situation.
Here we go, the last lap. The white flag is showing. Sterling Marlin and Dale Jarrett go into turn number 1, nose to tail. Dale Earnhardt, several car lengths behind, will probably not be a factor in the win. Although he and Labonte have now hooked up into the draft, and they may come close to Jarrett.
Well, if they do, Jarrett will whichever way he feels Earnhardt's going to go, he's going to try to get in front of him to try to let him push him by.
Now they move into turns 3 and 4.
$100,000 up for Jarrett if he can make a pass.
Let's see if he can do it. They come on to the tri-oval. Doesn't look very good, Ned.
No, it doesn't. I don't think he can do it.
Marlin has a 1 car length advantage as they head for the line. There's the checkered flag. Sterling Marlin wins at Talladega with Dale Jarrett second, then Dale Earnhardt, Terry Labonte.
The official word has been given. The Pepsi 400 is over. They will not attempt to restart this race because the rain continues to fall very, very heavily. It's still thundering and lightning, and besides that, the radar looks very, very poor, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop raining anytime soon. We are standing by to locate Sterling Marlin in order to do a McDonald's Winter Circle interview. We're waiting on him to come to victory lane, and when he does get there, we will have an interview with him. The true value.
He was a big gainer in the point standings. If they were awarded now, he would move up 3 spots. White flag is out. 1 more lap to go for Bobby Hamilton. Clear sailing ahead. He's got John Andretti, who was behind him, now just ahead of him on this final lap. But Andretti has lost a lap and is in 18th. Here's Bobby Hamilton taking the checkered flag and winning the Goodies Headache Powder 500 at Martinsville, collecting his 3rd career victory.
Dale Earnhardt got by Randall Joy.
Edwards trying to catch Casey Kane for the win. Tony Stewart getting under Jeff Burton for 1 point toward the championship on the final lap of the race.
Now, Burton had been slipping a little bit. Looked like he's having a hard time with his car right in the center. Tony taking advantage of that adjustment they made to get that spot.
Edwards and Stewart going to go to the season finale. Oh, so close in the championship. Today, though, at Phoenix, it's about Casey Kane and Red Bull Racing scoring the win, breaking a long dry spell. Casey Kane wins the Cobalt Tools 500.
Perfection. White flag in the air. 1 more lap for Kevin Harvick in the 4 car.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. still half a second back, giving it his all. Brad Keselowski 1.2, Logano 1.6, Jeff Gordon 2.7, then Jimmy Johnson, then side by side, Edwards and Newman. Off turn 4, win 24, Kevin Harvick dominates in the desert.
She was freaky fast today, boys. Freaky fast.
And Kenseth, white flag this time.
Here he comes.
Harvick on the outside. Junior had to lift.
Junior
Harvick
had to
to
give
the
it to
lead.
him. Had to
White
give it.
flag. The next flag ends the race.
Those 4 tires, they were magic.
But Harvick has run the bottom in 3 and 4 the entire race, made the pass up against the wall.
Junior just couldn't do anything with him there. He was too strong with those 4 tires against his 2.
Fourth turn, final time. Kevin Harvick from the pole to victory lane. Win number 25 for Kevin Harvick.
500, baby!
Yeah, baby!
Clear coming to the white flag. They're 3 and 4 wide behind him. We're in the last lap. Larson rim riding around trying to gain all the spots he can. Do they all make it back through the final 2 corners? checkered flag and a pass through to round 3 of the chase. Kevin Harvick wins it at Charlotte. The white flag is up. Kevin Harvick has started the last lap of the race.
Ron Newman's trying the high side to see if he could get a big run here on this 42 car.
Harvick, Gordon, Kenseth, Keselowski, the top 4. Hamlin and Logano, 5th and 6th. Ryan Newman looking to find a way through. It doesn't look like it's going to work. Win, and he's in to compete for a championship. Checkered flag at Phoenix for Kevin Harvick.
Newman's beside the 42, and these 42's in the wall.
In the season, we're on the last lap.
One more now, one more.
If the caution comes out now, the race is over. Newman trying to stay with Harvick, trying to find a way around him. 2 more corners to go to a championship for Kevin Harvick. He's going to do it. He's going to win the race and the NASCAR Sprint Cup Championship. California's Kevin Harvick does it.
Holy cow! You are the 2014 Sprint Cup champion. Great job, guys. This is unbelievable. What a year.
They're on their game right now.
White flag. No pressure yet.
White flag for Kevin Harvick. He's led 141 laps. That's triple what any other driver has led today. Came in here a 4.5 to 1 shot. Short odds, but a pretty dominating performance. Win number 29 at the checkered flag, Kevin Harvick for Stewart-Haas Racing.
That wasn't a comfortable last run there.
Rodney Childers.
Another battling for points and positions with 1 lap to go, and Kevin Harvick out in front of Jamie McMurray by 1.2 seconds. Just
And here's great news for Kevin Harvick, and here's even better news for Kevin Harvick. When we come back here in the fall, this could be the race that gets him back in the chase again.
Harvick is the opener and the closer, winning at Phoenix from the pole. Joey Logano shoots past.
One more time around for Kevin Harvick. The tiebreaker between the 88 and the 1 is finished position. They're tied right now for 12. Down the backstretch, Kevin Harvick just has to get through 3 and 4 if he wants to advance to round number 2. Kevin Harvick is going to win at Dover.
Burn him down, brother. Show
going to give him a right for his money on those 2 tires.
It's going to be hard for him to hold Carl Edwards off.
Austin Dillon dropping way back. Won't be a factor.
If Harvick can hold him off, I tell you, he's Superman. That's all I can say.
Well, he held him off right there through 1 and 2, but can he do it 3 and 4?
3 wide, turn 2. Everybody gets through. Next flag ends the race. There's never been a last lap pass at Phoenix.
Here comes
Carl.
He's under him.
He's going to move him up the racetrack.
Got him up the hill. Here he comes.
Wow, look at him slam.
It's going to be.
Too close to call.
I can't call that one.
Did you see them hitting one another?
I think Harvick got it by a fraction of an inch.
I think 1/100th of a second.
Driver the 14, Tony Stewart, in his final Bristol start. And they'll do donuts together.
Tony talked about how much this racetrack meant to him. He would miss this racetrack, you know, and to be able to do a burnout, not as the driver, but as the owner of the car that just won. That's pretty special.
The white flag goes in the air. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. The gap, 6 car lengths. Kevin Harvick has done it perfectly today. The final restart. He gets the advantage on Matt Kenseth. Kevin Harvick on his way to the round of 12 as he comes out of turn number 4. Harvick will win at the Magic Mile.
Yeah! Way to go, guys! Awesome job.
For Kevin Harvick, but with 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Kevin Harvick out in front, less than 1.5 miles away from securing a spot in the round of 8. The gap between Harvick and Edwards, 1.5 seconds, as Edwards working the low line, trying to go by Brian Scott. Coming out of turn number 4. What a run and a race for Kevin Harvick. He will advance to the round of 8. He wins at Kansas.
Yeah, boys. Great job.
And the white flag waves. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Morris is off again. That was at turn 10. A lot of dust. He got right back on. 4 cars passed him as it happened.
Of course, you're going to find out when it's over with. This thing is paved. You need to use the paved part.
Kyle Busch is pulled away from Dale Earnhardt Jr. at 5th place. No chance they would catch Brad Keselowski. Chase Elliott back to 7th. Kurt Busch in 8th. Keselowski, however, may get to 3rd place Denny Hamlin and 2nd place Clint Boyer.
A few laps ago, I saw Denny Hamlin go right off the track in turn 4. He's having a lot of grip issues getting in the corner. We saw him go wide, giving up that 2nd place or 3rd place. Now Keselowski takes over that 3rd spot.
Well, his tires are 20 laps fresher than Hamlin's or Boyer's.
Well, there's a 2nd place right in front of him, so he's got a shot at coming 2nd here.
Oh, we got a big wreck on the front straightaway with Casey Kane.
Has hit the wall at turn 1. White flag continues to wave. No caution.
Wow.
Kevin Harvick trying to nail down a 1-2-3 for Ford, and the caution flag waves.
That was a huge impact for Casey Kane.
Clean sweep. Freaking job. Awesome job.
Checkered flag in the air.
White flag goes in the air. 1 lap to go. Presented by Credit One Bank. Kevin Harvick, the 41-year-old from Bakersfield, California. A championship in 2014 when he first moved over to Stewart-Haas Racing. He and Rodney Childers immediately gelled. The team was nearly perfect. And now, it took some great turns by the 4, but Kevin Harvick can check Texas off the winless tracks. He has won at Texas Motor Speedway.
What a day.
Clint Boyer making a run for 2nd place on Brad Keselowski.
Nothing coming.
Kevin Harvick puts on a clinic and wins the Folds of Honor Quick Trip 500.
Good job, Honor.
Hallelujah. What a relief. Awesome job. Awesome job, guys. What a race car. Last 5 years.
Here comes the white flag. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
I just don't know what more you could say about this dominant performance back to back. 2 in a row. Kevin Harvick's never won 3 in a row, so next week's going to be very interesting to watch.
Class remains in session. Kevin Harvick, Rodney Childers, Stewart-Haas Racing, and Ford go to victory lane 2nd week in a row, winning the Pennzoil 400 presented by Jiffy Lube.
Great job. Thank you.
Career. The white flag waves. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Just 3 weeks of dominance. Car down in the corner, nice and smooth. Look at it, not even fighting the wheel, just kind of on cruise control, bringing her to the house.
He hadn't led a lap here in the last 3 races. Boy, he changed that today.
Off turn 4, Happy Harvick gets his 40th career win and his 9th at Phoenix.
How about that, boys? That's how you rebound and just show them how it is.
There it is, 1 lap. ...621st career start for the 42-year-old from Bakersfield, California. Moving to 18th on the all-time win list. Here he comes for his 41st career win. Kevin Harvick wins Dover.
Good job, boys.
Him on the inside, then letting him get to his outside.
Truex went to the top to stop Harvick's advance.
And there's Harvick.
He's there.
Yeah, it just got so much more grip, the 4 does.
Never been a last lap pass here. There it is with 1 to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
It ain't over yet, but it's going to be over.
You're all good, man. Take your mark.
Harvick is just so good off the top of turn 2. Gets that run into 3. Truex will have 1 more shot, and here he comes on the bottom. Missed it by that much. Kevin Harvick wins in Kansas.
Comes off turn 4. It'll be 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. Looking for his 43rd career win, 6th of the season. That'd be a career mark, guys. Never has he had 6 wins in a year. Think we're just past halfway. Last week, it was the 78 of Martin Truex Jr. sweeping the week, perhaps making himself the title favorite. This week, it's Kevin Harvick in the 4 car, coming back and winning at New Hampshire.
Great job.
Hell of a job, man. Great job, guys. That's the way to fight all weekend.
We had the pleasure. It's going to hurt Joe Gibbs to think that the 4's beating him this easy.
1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank.
Austin's going to try to make this finish here.
Now he's in 3rd. Keselowski's moved up to 2nd.
Yep. Austin's going to try to finish it off. He's going to have to be real careful with flat tire at these kind of speeds. He's slowed way down, but he's still going 170 miles an hour. So going to have to nurse it home and see if he can make it.
Kevin Harvick hasn't had to do anything half speed today. He has been dominant. He's led 108 laps from Michigan. He'll win again in the Irish Hills.
Hell of a job, man. Hell of a job.
Coming back by. White flag in the air 1 more time around in Texas. Kevin Harvick putting together one of the greatest seasons of his life. Looking for his 8th win of 2018. And more importantly, a secured spot in the championship board for another chance at a championship. Harvick wins at Texas.
Great job.
Presented by Credit One Bank.
That was not what Kevin Harvick wanted.
Watch the bottom.
He's to his bumper. He bumps him. They're going into 1. The 4 up the racetrack. Here comes Hamlin on the inside.
Keep an eye on right rear.
Down the backstretch. Harvick with the advantage. Will he try it again?
Watch the bottom, watch the top. He's trying to go top side.
Hamlin up high.
Coming outside here. Coming outside. Get up, get up, get up.
They make contact. Out of 4. Harvick with the advantage. He'll hold him off. Harvick wins again in New Hampshire.
Hell yeah, boys. Great job. I never thought that happened, but.
Credit One Bank.
right, Lambert, go hard, go hard.
Kevin Harvick's been driving since getting a go-kart for his kindergarten graduation. 43 years old now. People have asked, when are you going to retire? Well, his son, who now is 7 and also has a go-kart, said, Dad can't retire until I can race against him on the racetrack. Well, wife Delana has said, I'm not sure if I can handle that much more racing. Kevin Harvick, though, after a dominant 2018 and a slow start to 2019, does he have enough fuel to get all the way around? Coming out of turn 4. Kevin Harvick is going to hold him off. He wins in Michigan.
Nice job, fellas. Hell yeah, good job.
Got a lot of guys running out of gas on this lane.
2.5 miles around the Brickyard. The 16th spot still up for grabs.
Kevin Harvick is already leaving turn 2. Meanwhile, Daniel Suarez trying to put as much pressure on Paul Menard as possible. It could be too much, too little, too late. Suarez and Menard race their way off turn 2 for the final time this afternoon.
Suarez closes in. This is pretty close. I don't know. He might have an opportunity to try to get a position here, but still not going to be enough.
And making the final turns here at the historic Brickyard. Kevin Harvick has won before. He's going to win again. Kevin Harvick wins the Brickyard 400. To go. Presented by Credit One Bank. Kevin Harvick, 1.5 miles away from another win. Kevin Harvick came into this race 5th in the points in the playoffs, so he was outside the championship 4. And with this win, he can lock up a position to go fight for his championship, his 2nd championship at Miami Homestead. He will now tie Tony Stewart, 14th all-time for wins. Kevin Harvick wins in Texas.
What a race car. Awesome job.
The white flag with 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Timmy Hill waving him to the inside.
Back straightaway, final time. Kevin Harvick is about to become the 14th driver in NASCAR Cup history to reach 50 career victories, breaking a tie with Tony Stewart for 14th. Harvick wins NASCAR's return to action at Darlington.
Thank you, guys.
And the white flag is waving as we have 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. And that is the mercy flag for the rest of this field.
Yeah, this has been an impressive day. Kevin Harvick was strong at times, but he and Rodney Childers had to work very hard to get their car back to the front. And I give Kevin a lot of credit for how hard he pushed to take the lead away from Kyle Busch.
We'll light that candles on Rodney Childers' birthday cake because Kevin Harvick wins Atlanta.
Great pit stopping. What? I don't know what you guys did to this thing at the end, but great job.
50.
Get out of the throttle a slight bit as he got tight.
And here they come to the white flag. 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Hamlin looking for Pocono win number 6. Harvick looking to win here for the first time ever.
See Denny running a little bit lower line. Not really closing that gap enough. The only thing I see happening here, Mike, is Harvick's going to have to make a mistake in the tunnel turn. I just don't see Kevin Harvick making that mistake in these last couple of corners.
Harvick did break the draft going down Long Pond straightaway. Hamlin unable to gain ground in the short chute for the final time and onto the front straightaway. Kevin Harvick at Pocono finally is a winner.
Good job. Way to do the strategy. What a turnaround. Great job, guys. Awesome. Thank you.
Top 5 here.
White flag is out. One more time around. Kevin Harvick a huge lead over Matt Kenseth. Down the backstretch for the final time. Harvick, Denny Hamlin, they've been the dominant two cars all of 2020. Hamlin crashes out as they were battling for the lead. Now Harvick trying to go back-to-back at the most famous racetrack in the world. Coming out of turn 4, Kevin Harvick is going to see the checkered flag. He wins again at the Brickyard. Harvick surging ahead.
Truex with a big run down the front straightaway on Brad Keselowski.
Is Brad going to go up? Nope, he doesn't have to. That's a great move by Truex.
Final lap. Jockeying for positions 4, 5, 6. Harvick trying to hold off Brad Keselowski. Can Keselowski be the first ever Michigan-born driver to win here in Michigan? He won a week ago at New Hampshire. His third win of the season. Now doing everything he can to catch up to the 4 of Harvick. Harvick has been dominant 2 of the last 3 races. He's going to make it 3 out of 4. Harvick's going to win again at Michigan.
And that'll do it. Good job, boys. Thank you. What a car.
Saw a huge mistake off turn 2 for Harvick, or an issue that both drivers had.
And Harvick has to remember that. He's got to make a little bit of a change so he doesn't have to come out of the throttle again on the exit of 2. He made that change, never had to come out of the throttle. Great point.
Bragging rights for manufacturers right here in the manufacturer's backyard. The Heritage Trophy going to the winner. And right now, Kevin Harvick looking to sweep the weekend. Denny Hamlin's going to have some momentum on the high side. Will it be enough as they come out of 4 the final time? Kevin Harvick is going to sweep Michigan. He wins again.
Wow, Denny almost got back to him. But Harvick.
Jimmy Johnson trying to hold on to 3rd after pit strategy. Just a 2-tire stop. Put him up front. Kevin Harvick is going to win. He sweeps.
Great job. What a weekend. Good job. Fought all day yesterday, and it paid off today, getting it right. Thank you.
1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank.
1 more, hit your mark.
Brendan Poole up there in front of those guys in that 15 car.
Crew Chief Rodney Childers said, we have to prove ourselves. He wants to concentrate more on calling the races. Well, when you win 7 races, on the bottom of the racetrack, Kevin Harvick trying to hold off Austin Dillon. The last charge by Dillon. He comes off a 4. Harvick's still going to win. Harvick wins the Southern 500.
What a fight. Way to fight. Heck yeah. I don't even know how we did
for Harvick.
1 more here. There but 1.
Final lap.
Oh, this lap car is going to slow Harvick up a little bit.
Final time. Coming through 3 and 4. Harvick's going to hold him off. Harvick wins again.
Wow.
What a race Kevin Harvick just ran.
Turn 4 down the front straightaway, taking the white flag. 1 lap to go. Presented by Credit One Bank for this 4 car in the Busch Light. Healthy lead over Bubba Wallace. Almost cruise home to victory here. 46 years old from Bakersfield, California. This will be his 59th career win. That puts him 10th all-time, guys, on the list. 65 starts since the last win for this 4 team. And he entered Michigan 96 points out of the playoffs in 17th position. As he comes off turn 4, the closer, Kevin Harvick, is going to make it happen in Michigan.
Great job! Awesome!
Now, 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. Kevin Harvick, no traffic.
Coming hard.
The 20 has closed the gap. He's within 5 car lengths of Kevin Harvick as they come to the final turn. Bell. Just not enough time. Kevin Harvick is going to win at Richmond. He goes back to back.
Yeah, boys, great job. Great job.